Yo, what is up guys, Jonny here. Today we're gonna check out the 10 best looking flatground tricks on a skateboard. This video is not about crazy, weird looking tricks or super difficult tricks. It's more about the basics. A lot of beauty lies in simple tricks. Let's hop right into this with the infamous Hardflip. Well, Hardflip is what we get when we combine a front chop with a kickflip. Name of the trick suggests Hardflip is a really hard trick, and at some point of skateboarding's history that might be true, but nowadays actually a lot of skaters can Hardflip, and it's undeniably one of the best looking tricks ever.
It sound right, boys.
Before I made this video, I've been checking out the video that Skatebox did, and he left out this super important trick in my opinion. And in this precedent, we see everybody likes different tricks. That's totally okay, I just tried to pick the most common ones. Second trick on our list is probably the most famous one, the Ollie. It is a super basic trick. It's one of the first tricks you actually learn on a skateboard, but for me the trick feels really good. You can make it look really good. You can bone it, you can tuck knee it, you can one foot it. There's like a lot of possibilities, and to non-skaters this trick will always look kind of magic. It is kind of common that they wonder how you get the board in the air without being attached to the feet, and the wizardry of that leverage is something we forget about over the years. Do a kickflip is something I heard over 1,000,000 times in my 15 years of skating. Has been around for like 40 years. Thanks Rodney Moon for inventing that trick. It's a really difficult trick in the beginning, and you're gonna spend a lot of time learning that trick. To land one is like a ride to get accepted as a decent skateboarder. Still, it remains a basic trick. Once you learn it, it's gonna open up like so much possibilities in skateboarding. So many more. You have like infinite possibilities to combine that trick. And it takes a lot of practice to have it good. It's also a trick that looks good in every stance. My favorite is to do Nollie. What about 360s? Backside. You can cheat on that trick. You can do a 180 and revert like 180 degrees, but that's not gonna look as good. And right here is an important lesson on skateboarding tricks. There is no such thing as a beautiful trick or an ugly trick. There is no such thing as a beautiful trick or an ugly trick. But on some tricks, it's just really hard. Same thing on the back tree. If you fully rotate it, takes a lot of practice, takes a lot of experience. Like you gotta be skating for quite some time to make that rotation happen for 60. I fully agree with Skatebox on that one. Let's move on with this. Yeah, that is another trick combined with a kickflip. It's called a switch frontside flip. I don't care if you're gonna take the regular or the switch one. In my case, I'm just feeling better doing this trick switch. There's some skaters on this planet that can make regular frontside flips look like really good. Like they can blast it over things, they can elevate it, they can pop it really high, catch it well, and land it super clean. I wish I was one of those guys, but I just have it on plan. 360 flip. .360 rotation of the board with a flip If you've been skating for a while, or if you have been checking out my channel for a long time, you have seen this trick like a million times as well. Could be boring, but it is not. I never get tired of watching Trey Flip. And if you're gonna do them in a line, your tail is gonna stay in the same position. Once you figured it out, it's kind of easy to have them consistent. Beautiful, and there's many different ways to do that trick. You can do the scissors. Many skaters' favorite trick, and this for a reason. Now we're gonna have another trick that Skatebox mentioned, the Nollie inward heel. I did not even think of that because a regular inward heel is not necessarily considered a beautiful trick. With the Nollie one, it's kind of tough. You're gonna be skating for a while. Either way you can do them or you cannot do them. That means you also got to a level where you start to be able to make skateboarding tricks look really good. Best person to do that trick is probably Nick Tucker. And also the inward heel, like that's the best inward heel ever. And to be honest, it was switched. Like how does someone actually do that? Like so much steez on that one. Finally, we've been talking about a heel flip. Now let's go back to kickflips. What about backside 180s and kickflips? Makes a backside flip. What a beauty of a trick. It's one of the tricks that I wish to see so bad to go down at Ontaro. But yeah, unfortunately never happened. Either way, if you're gonna pop this trick and revert it for like 90 degrees or do the full flip 180 and land back on the board, I don't mind. In my opinion, both versions look beautiful, but the reverted, I actually enjoy that more on flat. Reverted backside flip, it's also easier to control it that way. Okay, what about the most impossible of all impossible skateboard tricks? The impossible. Invented also by Rodney Mullen in 1983. These days considered as a legit street skating trick, finds its origins in street skating. 360 rotation, this time vertically. And the foot is gonna stay with the board, which is gonna make it look even more splendid. It's also one of my favorite tricks at the rail house. I did it in like 1000 frames per second. And for me, it's just an amazing go-to trick to warm up on Flatground. Dylan Reeder was one of the best persons to do that trick. We're making it to the end of my top 10. What about backside big spin? When I hear about backside big spin, my brain makes this crazy connection, like the synapses, they go crazy, and all they can think of is Chris Johnson. Biggest massive backside big spins. It's an awesome looking trick. Let's be honest, how good is that trick actually looking? It ain't easy to do the trick well though, like just on flat took me quite a few years to get him good. And doing that trick downstairs or gaps is just on another level. Like to me it's just way too scary. I cannot control it at all, and it probably will remain a mystery for me how to throw down this trick. Alright, that was it. Best looking tricks. I hope you guys agree more or less with me. If I left something out, let me know in the comment section. I left something out on purpose. It is the laser flip. I've done one. It's kind of cheated because the laser flip just look as good as Trey flips, but I just cannot make them look good, I believe. Reverse Trey flip, that is a tricky one. What are the worst looking tricks in skateboarding? like top comments, I'm probably gonna make a video about that. And I'm not gonna try to make them look good. But I probably won't be able to do that. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you're not subscribed yet, make sure to make that happen. And maybe hit the like button on the video. Put a lot of work and effort in that. Have a great day. See you soon.